Magic.
Wow.
All right.
Technology. That's cool.
Next up, she loves Overwatch as much as we love Best Yak. She has played Angela on Tobot, inmate 43B on Tooth and Tail, and she has smashed her way into our hearts as Yona. It is Katrina Salisbury.
Yas. Y-A-S. Yas.
Yas.
Good morning. Is this on? Yeah, it is. Okay.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Hello. Hi. Hi, Nora. I said good morning. I know it's not really morning, but it feels like morning to me from the West
Morning
Coast.
in here.
It's morning somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for being here, everyone. I'm so excited to be my favorite yak again on this great panel.
Ooh, spoilers.
He's playing Yoa?
Yeah. I should have made that more clear. All right. And up next, it's the voice actress for whom biotech was just kind of too easy. You can hear her in Dragalia Lost as Officer O on Tobot, and Stealing the Power of Friendship as Cozy Glow in My Little Pony. It is Sunni Westbrook.
Go.
I can't figure out how to turn on the light. How do I turn it on?
Excellent.
I'm special. Thank you. I like special.
All right, thank you so much for joining us, Sunni. Absolutely. Everybody ready?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Should we do levels? Make sure our microphones are working. Check. Does my microphone work?
Hello.
Can you hear? You sound beautiful.
All right, here we
What do I
go
sound
with
like?
a story called Funhouse Fright by some hack. Uh-oh, we have a mic problem.
Mike. Oh.
Keep talking until we hear it.
There we go.
Good morning.
There's
Now
those
we're all
dulcet
awake and ready to
tones.
go.
Thank you, tech team.
Thank you.
Yay, AV. Big hand for AV. The sun sets on a cool autumn evening. Yona, Terramar, and Cozy Glow all walk up to a quaint, multi-story house at the outskirts of Milwaukee.
It sure was nice of Fizzy Glitch to invite us tonight. I can't wait to preview her Friendship Funhouse before Ciderfest.
Yeah, Fizzy Glitch looking for ways to make it better. Very smart to ask Yona. Yaks give best feedback. I'm just so excited that I get to spend my one free night with the two of you. No, really.
Come on, Cozy. Twilight gave you the night off so you can have some fun and maybe learn a thing or two about friendship.
Like how to turn two friends against each other in a creepy haunted house? That would be fun.
The three of them open the front door with a creak. They step inside and see paper bats, a stuffed vampire pony that's clearly waiting to fall from the ceiling, a pile of only moderately creepy dolls, and other hoof-made decorations. A voice comes on over a hidden speaker, and Fizzy Glitch's face appears on a television screen.
Welcome to the spooky Friendship Funhouse.
The stuffed vampire pony falls. It lands next to Terramar with an unceremonious plop.
Is this it?
It's terrifying, isn't it?
In Yak's expert opinion, maybe a bit lackluster.
Well, maybe you shouldn't judge a house by its foyer. Step through the first doorway and see what you find.
Fizzy, please. I've seen scarier things in Yona's shower drain. Goldie mean. This is grade school terror at best, but maybe if you let me take over, I could make this place really scary.
Fine. You want scary?
Fizzy Glitch transforms. Her teeth grow sharp, and digital, pixelated flames flare all around her. She's turned from a Kieran into a Nerik.
I'll give you scary.
The lights cut out.
Where'd everybody go?
Now we're getting somewhere.
A spotlight comes up in the middle of the floor. They hear a thud from the pile of dolls, and they see a Fizzy Glitch puppet on a tiny bicycle pedal into the light, moving without strings.
Hello, every creature. Welcome to the funhouse. I want to play a game.
used to wonder what friendship could be, my little pony, until you all shared its magic with me. Big adventure, tons of fun, a beautiful heart, faithful and strong, sharing kindness an easy feat, and magic makes it all complete. My little pony,
You know you're all my very best friends.
Yay!
Close enough.
Close enough.
That worked.
Terramar flies around the dark room in a panic, while Yona smashes the creepy puppet.
Let us out! Let us out!
Yeah. Okay, no more weird doll. Yak's best at exorcism.
Terramar claws at the walls, but the front door has mysteriously vanished. Cozy Glow hovers with her forelegs crossed, unimpressed.
Aw, geez, do you two know anything? Rule number 1, don't engage, and don't let them get to you. Isn't that 2 rules? Rule number 2, don't correct me.
From behind a black curtain, they hear a small voice.
Oh, gee, hello? Is somebody there?
The walls can talk!
I'm not a wall.
A light blue Pegasus with a pink mane and a beautifully crafted mechanical leg appears from behind the curtain.
The walls are full of zombies!
I'm not a zombie either. My name's Kerfuffle, spelled like it sounds with a double for the fuff. It looks like Fizzy Glitch trapped you here, too.
Pony is trapped?
Yeah, Barley and Caramel asked me to help make some of the decorations, but when I gave Fizzy some constructive criticism, she didn't take it so well.
Uh-huh. She's probably got some kind of maniacal plan to keep us from escaping.
That's right, Cozy Glow.
Her voice booms over the loudspeakers.
Before you leave, you all have friendship sins that must be atoned for. First, Yona!
A spotlight appears on Yona.
Yes?
You claim to be the best at everything, but you've never considered how your ego holds your friends back.
Not problem. Yak's best. That's just fact.
We'll see about that. Terramar! Your fear of commitment keeps your friends guessing. Why do you flake at every opportunity?
I just need some time to figure things out.
Perhaps. Cozy Glow, you...
Yeah, I'm super evil and tried to weaponize friendship. Can we please move on?
Okay, fine. Kerfluffle, you... I actually don't know you all that well. You've done something bad, though, right?
Well, I'm from the Midwest, so I can be pretty passive-aggressive.
Sure, that'll do.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's fine, I guess. I didn't even want my own special friendship problem.
Y'all do what you want. I'm not falling for it.
Oh, Cozy, you won't like what's in store if you wait around here.
Ooh, what are you gonna do? Throw a paper bat at me? Drop me in a vat of spiders?
Now, Cozy, you of all ponies should know, never do work that others will do for you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Yona rushes up to Cozy's side and gives her a big hug.
Oh, Cody, don't worry. We stick together and conquer bad guy with power of friendship.
Terramar swoops in on her other side.
Yeah, with our friendly friends here, we'll find our way out of this friendship problem in no time.
Kerfuffle hovers above her.
Friendly, friend.
Okay, fine. I'll do it. Just get me out of here.
A doorway opens and Cozy Glow dashes through with our other friends close behind. Our heroes enter another chamber. This one is decorated like a spaceship with electronics and futuristic terminals everywhere.
If you want to escape, you'll need to use the power of friendship and cosplay. But first, we've got a decision to make.
4 pony-sized glass tubes descend from the ceiling. Each has a door that swings open.
Oh, geez. Does she honestly expect us to just waltz right into these big glass tube thingies? Yona, pick big one.
Yona, wait!
Yona leaps into one of the tubes and the door slams shut behind her.
Ooh, Yona's voice sounds funny in here.
Maybe we just go along with it. Worst case, Yona busts us out of there, right?
The other 3 also step into the tubes, and the doors slam closed.
Saw that coming.
Cozy's tube suddenly glows red.
That too.
Silence! Cozy Glow! You understand that friendship is power, but how will you fare when you must discard that power? You must choose only one to...
Yona.
You didn't let me finish.
Blah, blah, blah. I have to pick one to stick with me and the other one's drop into a pit or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
Little tip from a pro villain. Try to make your impossible moral choices much harder. I'm obviously gonna pick Yona. She's fiercely loyal, incredibly strong, and embarrassingly easy to manipulate. She's basically a large dog with horns and a superiority complex.
Meanwhile, Yona has begun chasing her own tail inside her tube.
Oh, Cozy, please reconsider.
Nope.
Oh.
Sure, that's fine. Who wants to hang out with the...
Trap doors open below her and Terramar.
Ah!
That's cold, Cozy Glow. Well, be that as it may, you've made your choice. Proceed.
The doors on their tubes open, and a secret panel on the wall slides to the side, revealing the exit.
Oh, good work. Cozy figured out there was a pit, so Cozy dropped the two friends who have wings. That way, Cozy knew they'd be safe. Aw, you're adorable.
They proceed to the next room. We cut to the room below. Terramar and Kerfuffle spread their wings and land on a red shag carpet. They stand in a room with green and orange 70s-style wallpaper with peacock feather patterns. A few pieces of thrift shop furniture line the edges of the room.
Yeesh, talk about a designer disaster.
Wait, hang on. Didn't you say you helped decorate this place?
Shockingly, Fizzy Glitch didn't tell me about her secret psycho dungeon.
Terramar flops onto a beanbag chair.
Well, this isn't so bad. Maybe we can just hang out here until Princess Twilight saves us, or I don't know, something.
Terramar!
Oh, no.
Fizzy's voice booms over a hidden speaker, and another spotlight shines down on Terramar.
Your lack of commitment extends not only to your home, but to the treatment of your friends. I wonder if you can commit enough to save yourself.
From a cushy sofa?
From this!
Terrible 70s music begins to play.
Terramar, do something!
Terramar spots a door and flies over to it, but it's locked tight.
Ow.
Nice try, but it won't open without the key, which I've hidden at the very bottom of a pool of fish eyeballs.
A panel under the carpet gives a loud kerchunk, and it slides away, revealing a bubbling pool of cream-colored goo, full of squishy spheres of horror.
Oh, yuck.
Now, if only one of you could do a quick costume change.
I have no idea what that means. She must be talking about you, Terramar.
Are you crazy? I'm not going in there. It's disgusting.
Terramar, please. This decor isn't even retro chic. It's just awful.
Oh, there has to be another way.
I'm not sure what that is, but don't worry. I'll help you clean your wings off afterwards.
No, and I wouldn't need to clean my feathers anyways. I'd just turn into a sea pony and swim down.
Wait, you live in the ocean?
So, yeah, sometimes.
You mean to tell me you live with fish all the time and a few squishy eyeballs are too much for you?
But it's icky.
Terramar!
Fine.
Terramar's wings droop, and he hangs his head as he marches to the edge of the pool. Looks over his shoulder one more time as Kerfuffle gives him a pleading look.
Okay, here I go.
Terramar leaps into the air, and his necklace flashes with a bright light. When it subsides, he's transformed from a hippogriff into a sea pony, and he lands in a pool with a splorch. He resurfaces and shudders.
It's gross. It's warm, and
Terramar furrows his eyebrows. He runs a fin through the goo, then brings it up to his nose and sniffs.
Oh,
Finally, he tastes it.
this is tapioca pudding.
It's what?
Pudding! Bizarrely warm pudding. Tasty, though. Hold on, I'll get that key in no time.
He dives under the surface.
What kind of loony just has a pool full of pudding lying around?
I have my means.
Is it from Pinkie Pie?
Listen, you all have to stop guessing things. You're making me look bad.
Terramar leaps out of the pool and transforms back into a hippogriff. He shakes off the loose pudding and holds up a key.
Ugh, got it. Okay, let's get out of here.
Oofta! Oofta! Afta!
Oofda.
Oofta! This was worse than that time Sunny Skies angered the meatball monster.
Oh, really? What was that like?
Oh, it was a hoot. See, it started with a recipe for my Nana's cinnamon banana bread.
They unlock the door and exit into a long hallway. Back on the main level, Yona and Cozy Glow find a replica of Princess Twilight's throne room in Canterlot, except everything is made of paper mache.
Paper mache? Is Fizzy mocking me? I'm pretty sure Fizzy's mocking me.
Not at all, my little pony.
Everybody drink.
Quite the opposite, in fact.
A large treasure chest drops from the ceiling and lands with a thud on the floor right in front of them. It opens on its own, revealing 2 costumes, a flowy dress for a princess and a goofy jester's outfit.
Ooh, Yona best princess.
She dives for the costume and struggles to put it on.
Oof, hey, Fizzy Glitch, this costume too small for big, beautiful yak like Yona. Yona? I think you might be confused. Not possible. Yak's best at wearing tiny dresses.
Yona!
Yes?
All your life, you've proclaimed that yaks are the best at everything.
Wrong?
No? I'm pretty sure that's correct.
Nuh-uh. Yona say yak's best. Not yaks are the best. Important distinction. Yak's best at grammar.
But what if yaks aren't the best?
Impossible!
She stomps and the whole room shakes.
Well, then we'll just have to pretend, because it's time to learn some humility.
Here, friend. Let me help you figure it out.
She tosses Yona the jester costume.
No! Yona never put on costume like this. Yak's best at honor. Yak's best at pride. Yak's best at everything!
Let's ask them, shall we?
Suddenly, the throne room fills with ghostly apparitions of regal ponies, hippogriffs, dragons, and more. They begin whispering loud enough for Yona to hear.
I guess yaks aren't the best at humility.
Is it true that yaks are the worst at being funny jesters? Wait until everyone hears that yaks aren't the best at cosplay. Guffaw!
Yona looks around, breaking into a nervous sweat. She breathes heavily, and her eyes dart back and forth between the ghosts and the jester costume.
This can't be. Yak's not.
Meanwhile, Kerfuffle and Terramar emerge into the foyer of a medieval castle. The ceiling is so high, they can barely see it. Ancient gray brick walls are adorned with colorful banners and suits of armor, but there doesn't appear to be any other exit.
And then the Hippo Queen waved her wand, and I was transported home with the golden soup ladle.
That is the most amazing story I've ever heard.
But can you really believe her?
Yeah, sure, I was totally done talking.
Kerfluffle! You hide behind a kind facade, but you've always been two-faced. Let's see what the other face looks like.
A wave of white light washes through the room, and our heroes are transformed. Kerfuffle turns into a sorceress in a black dress. Her long hair is half black, half silver. Terramar becomes a hero in red and blue spider-themed spandex that, for legal reasons, we are going to call Arachnid Boy.
Oh no. No.
Wow, Fizzy Glitch turned you into a human and she turned me into a human. And now we're both humans because of Fizzy Glitch. That makes me confused.
Okay, sure, but why are you talking like that?
That's because the bad guy did a bad thing and we're the good guys, so we should do the good thing.
Seriously? You're freaking me out.
Kerfuffle looks around. She spots a door-shaped hole about 40 feet up on a wall.
It looks like there's a door up there, but there aren't any stairs. I wonder if... Oh no!
What's wrong?
I know how to get us out. You see, in my free time, I've been learning the ways of dark magic.
Huh. That sounds scary, but I'm pretty sure I can climb us up there.
PhysiGlitch knows my secret, and she knows the dark magic that's needed to pass this trial.
Or I could probably shoot some web up there, or...
Exactly.
Yeah.
Web. But dark magic always requires a sacrifice.
Why are you looking at me like that?
It's okay, it's okay. I just need your hair.
What? Say what?
Your hair, just a bit. Well, more like a big old clump. Actually, I should just take all of it, just to be safe.
Okay, yeah, my senses are tingling. I don't like this idea.
Don't worry. It probably won't suck out your soul or
Okay,
anything.
definitely tingling. Yeah, that makes me feel alarmed.
Give me that hair!
I need an adult!
Kerfuffle chases Arachnid Boy around the room, then tackles him to the ground. She reaches under his mask and he yanks out a big wad of hair.
Ouch! Ouch! Ow!
I'm so sorry, but this is the only way to save us.
It really is not.
Now I just need to hold it like this and chant the incantation. Capillus Arania Tellum, Barbershop Quartet!
The hair flies from her hands and sticks to the wall, transforming into a giant rope ladder made of spiderweb.
Did it. And I feel so much better getting that off my chest. Thank you for listening, Terramar.
Lady, you're crazy.
Kerfuffle climbs up the ladder, and Arachnid Boy slings himself up after her.
Woohoo!
Elsewhere, we see PhysiGlitch in her command center.
Huh. She was supposed to just tell the truth and let the kids save them. Oh well.
Back in the throne room, Yona has donned the purple and green jester outfit. Her face has been painted like a clown's, and she trudges around with a sour look on her face.
This worst costume Yona has ever worn.
On her back is a large chair, and on it sits Cozy Glow in her princess outfit. Cozy waves to the gathered crowd of ghosts as she's paraded around the throne room. When Yona stops to catch her breath, Cozy leans down to her.
Ah, Yona, it doesn't look like you're having much fun. And that's not allowed. You should be more like our new friends here.
Hooray! Cozy is best princess.
But that yak is not best jester. She's not even smiling.
Now, Yona, PhysiGlitch said you need to humble yourself. After all, you wouldn't want something bad to happen to our friends, would you? No, but Yona no like this either. Ghosts shouldn't laugh at Yona. Well, you're wearing the jester costume.
Yona stops in her tracks.
No! Costumes are not consent, Cozy Glow. What? Costumes meant to be fun, not degrading. Yona don't like this costume anymore. Yona think it needs some alterations.
Yona grabs the shoulders of her jester costume and tears it to the waist, turning it into a kind of kilt.
What are you doing? If Yona do as Fizzy says, then yes, Yona win at her game. At least for a little while. But lying in Yona's bed tomorrow, Yona will wonder...
She smears off some of the purple and white clown makeup. When she pulls her hoof away, it looks like war paint.
What would Yona trade for chance? Just that one chance to come back and tell PhysiGlitch.
Yona rears back and roars in defiance.
Kieran may take Yona's pride, but Kieran never take Yona's freedom! Yak Yakistan Gubra!
Yona dashes through one of the stone walls, knocking ghosts out of the way with her horns.
I say.
Yona, are you crazy? Yona no crazy. Yona is free!
And Yona smashes right through the wall with a loud crash. We cut to another room. A flash of light comes from a hole in the floor. Terramar and Kerfuffle, back in their original bodies, fly up and into a chamber that looks like a dragon's hoard. Piles of gold and gems are stacked everywhere, and stalactites hang from a high stone ceiling. Kerfuffle lands onto one of the piles.
Oofda!
you go.
Say that right?
You did, yes.
Oofda! Does every transformation feel like that?
Terramar narrows his eyes at Kerfuffle. The feathers on his head are all gone, and he looks bald.
No, usually I come back in one piece.
Aw, don't sweat it, you cutie patootie. I've got plenty of caps that'll keep that bean cozy and warm while it all grows back.
Better make it waterproof. Hey, you hear something?
They listen and hear a galloping noise, and they notice the piles of gold beginning to quake.
Up, and away!
She quickly grabs Terramar and yanks him into the air, right as a terrible crash rings through the room. In bursts Yona, breathing heavily and with a berserk look on her face.
Yona smash!
Cozy Glow sits on her back, looking dazed. She adjusts her tiara.
Hey, little warning next time?
You're okay.
Better than okay. Yuna feel empowered. But what happened to Terramar's head fluff?
Yeah, don't ask.
Before the group can catch their breath, a giant pile of gold shifts, and a fiery, magnificent dragon rises from beneath it. Its scales are black like a computer screen, highlighted with shifting patterns of blues, purples, and teals. It has a computer monitor for a head, and on it, Busy Glitch's Neeric face appears.
Well, well, well. It looks like you've survived the funhouse. But before I let you leave...
The digital fire disappears in an instant. The dragon remains, but Fizzy's face reverts to normal.
Could you please fill out the satisfaction survey? It would really help us improve the experience for the next group.
Little paper cards and pencils shoot out of the disk drive on her face, and our heroes catch them one by one.
What do you mean, next group?
I asked you to come test the funhouse, remember? That's the whole reason you came here. Let me tell you, programming all those obstacles on the fly was a real toughie.
Wait, everything in the funhouse was a digital hologram?
I'm a really good programmer.
But that doesn't even make sense. We fell down a pit. And how did you change our bodies into a completely different shape?
I'm a really good programmer.
Uh-huh. If Fizzy's so good, then why throne her made of paper mache instead of crystal?
Rendering issue.
Well, fine. 0 stars would not be tormented here again. Can we go now?
Wait, 0 stars?
What'd you expect? I spend my one free night being locked up with a bunch of weirdos in silly costumes.
0 stars?
Cozy, you might want to cool it.
Better idea. Let's turn up the heat.
Busy Glitch transforms back into her Neeric form, and she belches digitized fire at our heroes. Just like that. That's how it was in my head. Cozy Glow rolls her eyes and lets the fire wash harmlessly over her. But Yona, Terramar, and Kerfuffle dive behind a pile of gold and begin laughing.
What's so funny? You know it's just a computer program, so there's no danger. Why are you taking this so seriously?
Terramar smiles a crafty smile.
Right. She's a digital dragon, so we'll need some magic weapons.
He digs into the pile of gold and pulls out a shining foam battle axe. He tosses it to Yona, who hoists it aloft.
Thanks, Terramar.
Got anything a little more magical, buddy?
You got it.
He dives in again and tosses her a plastic magic wand with a star on the end. Kerfuffle pulls a black witch's hat from the pile and puts it on.
And let me help you with something a little more your style, Terramar.
She waves her wand, and Terramar is transformed into not a hippogriff, not a sea pony, but a flying fish.
Wow, it's everything I've ever dreamed.
And you can shoot lasers.
Why?
Why not?
All right.
What are y'all talking about? Dragon no match for us. Every creature charge!
Yona the Barbarian, Witch Kerfuffle, and Flying Fish Terramar rush into battle with the dragon.
Fine. Go off and leave me alone. See if I care.
Okay. Whee!
Kerfuffle casts a shooting star spell, then nimbly dodges the dragon's fire. Busy Dragon whips her tail around, which Yona jumps over. She swings her foam axe at the dragon, who roars in pain. Terramar flies in and zaps the dragon's back with his eye lasers.
Yes, this is amazing!
And meanwhile, Cozy fumes in the corner of the dragon's horde.
This is dumb. What are you even accomplishing?
The three of them continue their epic battle with the dragon. Cozy Glow tries to ignore it, but the more the battle rages, the more she finds herself looking over her shoulder.
Stop having fun!
The Techno Dragon pins Yona with its giant back leg, then tosses Terramar into a pile of gold, making him dizzy. She knocks Kerfuffle's wand away, then grabs her with her massive claws.
Cozy Glow, we need your help!
Yak's best at everything, but Cozy Glow best at pulling victory from jaws of defeat!
The dragon lifts Kerfuffle to her mouth.
Yeah, and those jaws are getting pretty literal!
What are you doing? I'm evil, get it? Why do you keep trying to play with me?
The dragon roars.
Because Cozy is our friend!
And you can do things nobody else can do.
There's an awkward pause, and everybody looks at Kerfuffle.
Fluffle, I think it's your turn.
What do you want me to say? I've only ever spent 2 minutes with her, and she dropped me down a hole. But fine, Cozy, you look like you could use some fun, so why not join in?
You really think I'm your friend? Of course!
Oh, yeah, totally.
Despite all evidence to the contrary, yes.
I don't get it. Why are you all being so nice to me?
Cozy flies up from behind the gold pile and towards the dragon, and she begins sobbing.
I've been so mean to you over and over again, and I don't understand why you're so nice. And now you're fighting this dragon, and you want me to join you, but I'm just bad. And I can't do anything right.
She blows her nose on her princess dress and flies up to the dragon's face.
You okay, Cozy?
Nobody ever visits me when I'm a statue, and you're my only real friends, but I made us get separated, and
Cozy, if this is too real for you, we can call it a draw.
Heh, no way. I was just distracting you while Yona wiggled out from under your foot.
What?
Yeah!
The fizzy dragon looks down just in time to see Yona's axe connect with her leg, making a loud squeak.
Ouch!
Terramar opens his weird fish mouth and emits a sonic blast. Kerfuffle waves her wand in the air, conjuring lightning.
Vulgar Tempestus dragon goes zap!
Oof!
Lightning shoots through the dragon, leaving it barely standing. Finally, Cozy Glow flies up to its face and lightly touches the dragon's nose. Boop. The dragon falls. The piles of gold all burst into digital fireworks, and victory music plays. Our heroes cheer.
Woo! We did it!
Way to go, Cozy.
Oh, what a rush.
Okay, fine. That was fun.
The dragon disappears, revealing Fizzy Glitch sitting on the floor with a janky laptop computer.
Thanks again for playing along, everyone. Now, on a serious note, I really could use your input on those comment cards.
Sort of like friendship report?
Listen, Yona, I just need to get a dozen of these filled out by the time the con starts, so sure, just like a friendship report.
I have always wanted to write a friendship report.
He begins writing.
Dear Princess Celestia.
Actually, his name is Charlie.
Dear Princess Charlie, today I learned that I don't have to be passive-aggressive. There are healthy ways to talk about what I'm feeling inside.
And I learned it's okay to just jump in and try things. Literally.
I guess I learned it's okay not to be so dismissive. Playing silly games with friends can be fun if you give it a chance. And Yona learned this. Never, ever listen when someone says yak not best at something. Instead, get angry and smash through wall.
Yona, that's a terrible lesson.
You don't know listen to bald bird, friend. See? Lesson already paying off.
Fizzy Glitch collects the comment cards.
Thanks, folks. Now, Twilight Sparkle and her friends are coming in next.
Who wants to help me scare the wings off of her?
Me! Yona!
The end. Let's give a giant hand for our wonderful guest of honor. Woo! And another giant hand for our AV in the back, making all this possible. Yay! Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. Every pony, every creature, whatever you are. This was fantastic. We are going to now transition into the Q&A portion of our guest of honor panel. So if you've got questions, these folks have answers. Yes, Luck. Yes? You're waving at me like you have something to say. Oh, line up by Luck Rock. He's the guy waving his arms with the really cool hat.
Test.
Okay.
Yes,
There we go.
if there are any kids here who would like to ask questions for the Q&A, kids and anyone ADA can come to the front of the line over here, and we will get you up first. And then anyone else? Just line up back here. Please welcome to the stage, Full Papers.
Hey, I have a question. I have a question for the audience and for the VAs. Did you all enjoy that wonderful script? Well, here's a request of you all. How about a massive round of applause for the one and only Vivid Syntax, who wrote that?
Yes.
Vamp. Sunny, vamp.
Shake it.
Vamp.
What?
Vamp. I don't know. Do something.
Okay, so in Everfree Northwest,
There we go.
we were talking about
Oh, yeah.
potato salad. Potato salad. So there was a debate about dill. Does dill belong in the potato salad? Yes.
of course.
Sometimes. Because we're in the we're in the Midwest. I want to see what the Midwest vibe on dill in the potato salad is. Yes. I got a yes. Okay, now hands up for no dill in the potato salad. Okay. So my grandma used to do this thing where she'd chop up the little baby pickles and throw them in there.
Doing great.
Is that still considered dill, or is that more of a crunchy vinegar thing?
No, that's considered
Right?
dill.
Little pickles and potato salad, yes? Okay, I see where we are. Little pickles and potato salad, no.
Yes.
Of course.
Okay,
in
we've
everything.
got the dill
Pickles
people over
in
here
everything.
and the anti-dill
Ice
people
cream.
over here.
Yes.
I see how you
Pickles
are.
best in everything.
Pickles.
We
pickles
put up
best.
signs before they walked in. They had to pick a side.
Pick a
Also,
side.
hi, Full Papers is making me stay out here.
You've been forced.
All right, we good?
All right, are we ready for our first question?
Amazing.
Hello, for the voice actors. Do you have any funny or intense stories from the booth when you're actually doing your trade?
There was an episode where Yona has to belch and like big burp, and I can't do it. And out of nowhere, Tabitha's like, "I got you," and just lets out the loudest, like, best burp I've ever heard in my life. And I'm striving for that in my career, to be there one day.
Just random gaseous expulsions in the booth.
Yeah.
Tabitha's got great stunt burps. Yeah. Yeah, incredible.
I'll never get there, but it's fine. Well, not with that attitude. I'm gonna stop myself right there.
Nice. Believe in yourself. Yeah. I don't have any particularly nothing jumps out from the pony sessions, but I got an opportunity to play two characters in a show when we were doing Mega Man, and I was so excited to be like, okay, this is cool. I'm gonna get to play against myself, play in the same scene as two different characters. It's gonna be so much fun. And I got in, and I completely flubbed it. It was the hardest day I've ever had behind a microphone. And Vincent Tong was being so kind. He showed up on that day, and he gave me a big thing of throat coat, and he's just like, you're gonna want this. And anyways, I thought I flubbed it really badly, and yeah, I had to go back in and pick up the other character. It was really hard. That's the hardest day I've ever had behind a microphone, emotionally and physically. Rough. But I made it through, and the check's cleared.
It's funny you mentioned Vincent Tong being kind, because that was my day in the booth. It was the big fight scene at the end of season 8, and I'm in there just yelling to nobody because Chancellor Naysay was not there. Tara Strong and Maurice LaMarche were recording from LA, so it's just me talking to nobody, and Vincent Tong's like, "Hey, let me read those other lines with you." I'm like, "Oh, thank goodness." Thank you. Because otherwise you're just talking to yourself like a lunatic and nothing really makes any sense. So, way to go, Vince. Praises to you. Where is he? I don't know, up to Biggie, up to Vince.
Vince?
Is that what we do?
I don't have a fun recording moment from, it was fun. I was by myself, though, when I did my My Little Pony gig. But when I'm on a show called Dragon Prince, and thank you. The person who plays my brother in the show, who's also a very good, he's like my brother in real life. His name is Jesse Nakalia. And he and I are always sitting together. We're sitting next to each other when we do recordings. And there was one session where there was a bunch of us. You may have even been there. Well, you don't know the rest of my story, so just wait.
Story you're telling.
Okay.
Let me finish.
So we had to play soldiers also. Like, we had to do walla, so we just had to make noises. And Jesse and I, we were tired, but also just messing around, so we started singing One Day More from Les Mis. Everyone upset, except for Jesse and I. You remember that? Were you there for that?
I wasn't there for
Wait,
that.
what story were you thinking of?
That was the time when your pants fell down and
What?
everyone laughed at you.
I pulled them down myself.
That's
They didn't fall down.
That's apocryphal.
I did.
Oh, that's so much better.
The,
right?
the 18 plus panels are this evening. Let's keep in mind that this is G-rated.
I had another pair of pants on it, so it's okay. I'm done talking. Thank you for your question.
Is that how you end all your interviews? I'm done now. You may leave.
Thank you.
So I got a funny one for Sunny. Since the premise of the whole G5 thing is magic disappeared and all G4 is an ancient, was it Cozy Glow all along that stole the rest of the magic from her stone prison, do you think?
I like to think so.
We can all agree.
Thank you.
Is there someone in particular or something that you miss now that the show is over?
Everybody.
Yeah, just seeing. I mean, like,
The show ends and then we get the pandemic. Are you kidding me?
yeah. I know. I know. It was,
Are we
this is
sure that the
heaven.
one didn't cause the other?
that's.
Or did it?
No, we don't know. It ended in October 2019, and then like shit.
This
hit
is
the
an
fan.
untested
18 later. Sorry.
hypothesis.
Hello, everybody. So I had first off, it's really great to see all of you again in person. With the spirit of Halloween coming up very soon, I wanted to know, did you ever have a favorite Halloween costume for when you were a kid or in a early life?
I once dressed up when I was, I guess yes, I was a kid. I was in high school as Ellis from Left 4 Dead 2. And I walked around with a katana on my back for the entire day, and I probably shouldn't have done that, but you know, it was fun. I enjoyed that costume.
Yeah, I got to be original Princess Leia with the buns on the side of my head. And my hair was long enough to create actual buns. And it was, my costume was my leftover angel costume from the Christmas pageant the previous December. And my mom's like, this is easy, you're Princess Leia. Boom, done. And I was so happy.
I got to be Trunks from Dragon Ball Z, and it was awesome. It was so great. And also, I was a little cute lion when I was a little baby, at like peak cuteness. Peak cuteness. It was precious.
You're still at peak cuteness, I'd say.
Stop.
Yes, you are, Cole.
You're sure this was when you were little and not like last year?
This was.
It was this morning.
Yeah. It's just a teaser for this year.
I wanted to say, me and my cousin did like a Alvin and the Chipmunks costume. That was my favorite. However, I am remembering now in this fun little moment, I was Baby Bop and my other cousin was Barney when we were little, and it was pretty iconic. In fact, I'm gonna text my mom after this and be like, find the costumes. I'm gonna try and fit into it. I won't.
Well, thank you guys very much.
I'm gonna butt in because I have a costume that I'm very proud of. This was when I was in high school. I dressed myself up. It was basically just a big cardboard box, but I told people I'm dressed up as a podium. They asked, well, what are you? And I said, oh, I'm the fear of public speaking. They'd ask, well, what does that mean? And so I'd shout, attention, everyone! And then plop down right in front of them and have a little cue card that they had to take a prompt from. It was miserable for everyone but me.
I'm stealing that. I'm totally stealing that.
That's a
Hi, different Cody Go. How fun was voicing your character in My Little Pony Friendship and Magic?
I'm sorry, could you repeat the question, please?
For Cody Go, how fun was voicing your character in My Little Pony Friendship and Magic? Voice acting.
So, Cozy, how much fun did you have?
Oh,
how did you
all
have
the
fun
fun.
voicing Cozy?
I had all the fun. It was so much fun because I got to be the villain, and when you're the villain, you get to be big and loud and mean, and you don't have to rein it in. It was a blast. Absolute. So much fun.
Okay, nice.
Thank you.
Can you imagine if she'd said, "Oh, it was terrible"?
Worst day ever.
So I'm curious. I know he didn't appear later in the series, like season 8, so I'm curious as to like how you got picked for the voice of Terramar.
Oh, sorry. Can you repeat the question one more time?
How did you get picked for the voice of Terramar? Like, how did all the auditioning go and all that stuff?
Yeah, fantastic question. And to be honest, I don't really know. As with anything with the job of voice acting, the job of voice acting is trying to get work, right? It's ramming your head against a wall and standing in the closet and going, I don't know what they want. I auditioned for My Little Pony maybe a half dozen times for different characters, different roles, and sincerely, every time I'd just be in my closet being like, I don't know what they want out of me. Like, I'm trying here. And then with Terramar, I just got lucky. It was just serendipity. It was, I wish I knew exactly why or how I got the part, because then I'd just do that again. But yeah, I think it's a combination of luck and persistence, and then when the opportunity came up, I was happy to be able to just do it. Yeah, what a ride. Sorry? Thank you very much. I appreciate that. It's very generous.
Well, you actually said something interesting. You said something about auditioning in your closet?
Yes.
Do you want to talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, I mean, we've transitioned more into sending MP3 auditions in, as opposed to auditioning in person in beautiful studios, which stinks, because my favorite thing ever is just performing in front of people. I like when I get to perform in front of people and watch it work. But for the most part, all auditions now are done in the privacy of my closet, where I just stand behind a microphone and try to do the right thing, which is really frustrating because I really like taking direction and I like performing in front of people. That's the joy of the thing. And so whenever I get an opportunity to perform in front of people, it's like, yeah, I'm reborn. So yeah, but most of the time it's me auditioning in my underwear in my closet and just being like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so tired. It's 11:30. It's due tomorrow. I'm just gonna go to sleep and worry about it then. And then I'm emailing my agent like, I'm sorry, it's gonna be 15 mintes late because I'm a procrastinator. And anyways, they're just like, I don't know what they want. I'll send it in. And sometimes it works, and most of the time it don't. But that's the way it works. That's how it goes.
This one's for Cole. I first would like to say it was very nice to meet you Cider Fest last year doing our one-on-one Zoom call.
Yes.
I'm so glad they let us a couple extra minutes.
Yeah, that was fun.
Another question I wanted to tell you then, but I'll tell you now. What was like really memorable to you when you worked on the surf and turf, the introduction to Terramar, working with Maddie, Michelle, and Claire?
Yeah, well, that was one of the things about the episode that I got on. I was so excited to go in and like record with the cast and like see those people and get to watch them work, and they weren't there. Yeah, it was yeah.
Oh, no.
So it was me, and I'm trying to remember who else was there. I think
Michelle?
Michelle wasn't there. Like none of the ladies were there. Yeah, it was like me and Peter.
Because Claire and Maddie are usually gone, and Michelle
Yeah.
would be there.
Yeah, one. It was me, and I
That
think Peter
stinks.
New, and maybe Lauren Jackson, I think. And I love working with them was incredible. But honestly, like the coolest thing was waking up that morning and being like, oh my God, I get to do ponies today. Like I woke up early, which never happens. But I woke up early and I got breakfast and I showed up to the studio early and I was drinking a coffee and I was just basking in the glow. And then I did the episode. And then I left, and then for the rest of the day, I was just like, oh my God, I did it. I called my mom, and I was like, Mom, guess what? Guess what I recorded today? She's like, stop calling me, I'm at work. Like, but you have to know. Yeah, it was great. And that's the story of how I breached my NDA.
And the follow-up, when you finally saw the full-length episode, what did you
Oh, it's just staggering. It's the height of privilege to see your voice come out of a cartoon, particularly one that I know that people are watching. It's yeah, it's like I
Totally
said,
fair.
yeah, it's the height of privilege, and it was, I mean, it's hard to describe what it's like because it's just, like seeing yourself on camera or something, like it's like, oh yeah, that's me pretending. But seeing yourself in a cartoon, you're like, that's a cool character. That's not me at all. That's Terramar. It's the best. It's one of the best parts of the job. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thanks for the questions. Appreciate it.
Quick question for all of you. Like, what is your favorite part about each of your characters?
Sorry, about each of our characters?
Yeah.
I just love that mine's a little psychopath. People ask, well, she's a child and they treated her so harshly. I'm like, no, girl is like 28. She's a big fake liar. I like that people didn't know she was going to be a big fake-o liar. Like, okay, here's another cute pony, whatever. Oh, she came back. Well, maybe she's kind of devious. And the fun unfolding of her villainry, that was, to me, was just a trip. I loved that.
There's so many things I love about Yona. I love being loud, so getting to just like scream all the time. Today was a nice reminder of how raspy her voice is. I'm like, oh yeah, geez, ooh, gotta get used to that again. I loved how sweet she was. She yells and she smashes through things, but she's such a big sweetheart, and I wish that I was a little bit more like her. I think I'm a sweetheart sometimes.
I think you're a sweetheart. You're just not as destructive.
Just not. Oh, no.
Well, it has been a while.
I broke
since
my
I've
arm
been
falling
in
down my stairs last year, so I'm pretty destructive.
Is it the lack of horns you regret? Because we got vendors who can hook you up, I'm sure.
I need some.
But I think far and away my favorite thing about Terramar is that it's that he's a vehicle for a pretty important, an important and somewhat underrepresented thing that happens a lot. People having divorced parents or people not feeling at home in one place or another. And I love that it resonates. And it was a really incredibly well-written character and really fun to do, very rewarding.
Similar to Cole, my favorite thing about Kerfuffle is that she spoke so loudly to so many people. Literally, but also in so many other ways. Also that fur vest, come on. Good vest.
Can I change my answer? Okay, no, what I liked about my character was she was a villain who didn't look like a villain, and I think that's an important message for children, especially because just because someone looks nice and acts nice and pretends to be your friend, they could still be a tricky person, and just because someone looks like a villain doesn't mean they are. Just because someone looks like a friend doesn't mean they are. It's the whole book by the cover thing.
If you could make a crossover between MLP and the franchise of your choice, what would you choose?
Oh, no.
Breaking Bad.
Just because I've been watching it and I love it. Invincible and all the main six take on Omni-Man. Who would win? The main six, obviously. Yeah.
Let's get us in the MCU, I think, Yeah, there you go.
I'm all CW, all the way. Riverdale. I would love a Riverdale. Oh, can you imagine?
I can. That's a good mashup. I like that.
Yes, ma'am.
Can we, just real quick from Cozy Glow, can we get a quick I am the one who knocks?
I am the one who knocks.
Give me I am the danger, Skylar. Give me I am the danger.
I am the danger.
Oh my God, it's so much fun. It's like a jukebox.
Just put in a quarter. Give me a quarter.
Real quick before I throw it back to full papers, I had a question for Racquel. Because I always love when someone has their first in-person pony convention. I want to know how it's going. So halfway through. What are your thoughts?
I love it. This is fantastic. I am, oh my God. Sorry, the light fell. I don't know how I feel anymore. No, I'm having a lovely time. Everybody has been so, oh my God. Everybody,
Oh my God, it's all, the wheels are coming off.
You've cursed her, Lockrock. You've cursed her.
I have never felt so welcomed somewhere in my entire life, and I thank you all so much for just, I don't know, treating me like I'm part of this community. It means a lot, and it feels good. I feel great. Thank you, though, for asking. I'm having a really nice time. Thanks.
Thank you. So if anyone thinks of any questions that they want, you can still get in line. But I know that Full Papers has a few that you had queued up ready to go. So I'm going to toss it over to you, and then...
Well, you've got some people coming up behind you.
All right.
Spooky. But how about, while we're on the topic, a huge round of applause for Luckrock for vetting the questions from you wonderful audience members. And while we're on the topic, a huge round of applause, as always, for our AV crew in the back making all this happen. Then, hell, round of applause for the chandeliers. Okay, let's take it to these two.
I'm going to throw it to you because I still have to vet them real quick. So you do one, and then we'll go over
gotcha.
here.
I will vamp. I tell you what, though, I was listening to this script backstage, and it was fantastic, Vivid. So, yeah, well done. Kudos to you.
Yeah, way to make use of the characters you were given.
Oh.
That was really nice.
There was one. There were a couple of moments, though, I think we need to discuss amongst ourselves here. Cole?
Like the fact that it was a Saw movie? Wasn't that great?
That was beautifully done.
My Little Pony and Saw, another crossover.
I think that it is a moral imperative. I think it's very important that we ask you, Cole, can we have that dolphin sonic blast once again?
Oh, certainly. Yeah. Hilarious. So much fun.
It's so much fun that when it's right in your ear, too. It feels good.
That's going to be my text tone. Yeah.
And Katrina, thoughts on Yona being basically a dog?
Yeah. I can see it.
How are we doing down there, Luckrock?
Yona, heart.
Cool.
Hi again. I was wondering if you would mind doing your favorite childhood line from a childhood show that you loved or movie in your character voice. Like, mine would be Rainbow Bright, so if I was a derpy character, I'd be like, next time you see a rainbow, look up. You'll feel better from Rainbow Bright.
I have never heard that request before. That is awesome. Thank you for that. Who wants to go first on that?
I'm trying to think of my favorite show.
From childhood show?
Yeah, because I can think of the Smurfs, but I can't think of a single line.
I'm trying to think of the exact line.
Well, while you're considering those lines, shall we have the next question and then come back to that?
I was just wondering if I could get the various voice actors to have a demonstration of some unexpected voice they might be able to, weird sound, something like that.
Fun.
Could you repeat that?
Like an
I am
unexpected
sorry.
voice? Like that?
Sure.
Okay.
No, any.
No, it was me, but I can do a pretty good Sunny Westbrook as Cozy Glow. Maybe.
See, now the gauntlet's been thrown, and I yak smash. Yeah, look, yeah. Katrina yak best yak.
Oh, wow. Great. Unexpected voices. I mean, I really love doing accents. I love doing like Scots accents. It's a great time. That's lots of fun. That's a good time.
Where did Cole go?
And I also like being an old man. If I can do that, please help me. My hip hurts.
This is a hard one. I don't know why they pay me to do this job as a voice person. What's like a... You're gonna hate this. Because I hate it. I used to do this to my roommate, and she would... we actually got in a fight over it. It's fine.
Jenny, wake up. What cows outside your door?
kind of hot, actually. If you want me to come to the 18 plus panel and do that voice, I'll do it. I know. Okay, so sorry. Sorry. The question about the say a line as your character, but from a kids show. I don't have a kids show, but I do have a line from my favorite movie. If I can do it, or did you want to ask a question?
I got one. Make it happen, Racquel.
Okay, that's fine.
Titanic's my favorite movie. Oh no, it's not 18. Well, it
Just
could be
making
18
sure.
plus. The scene that I'm talking about is 18. I want you to draw me like one of your French girls. Did you like that my hand was like in my overalls and I'm like...
How are we supposed to follow that?
Well, because I'm sitting here and I'm looking at this hat and I'm thinking, you stole fizzy lifting drink. You lose. You get nothing. Good day, sir.
I guess, yeah, mine's from a movie too. It would be, would you prefer another target, a military target? Then name the system. I grow tired of asking, so this will be the last time. Where is the rebel base?
Oh my God. What am I? No pressure. No, mine is literally so silly. I loved this show called 16. Yeah, 16. I was obsessed with Caitlin. Like, honestly, this is embarrassing. When I was really little, I had my mom put Caitlin on a birthday cake instead of my name, because I was like, I want to be Caitlin instead of Katrina. So I said that. So Caitlin, in the first episode, has to get a job, and she hates it. So, a job? Yona doesn't want a job either.
All right. Well, it looks like we've had all the questions from the audience, so I've got a few to throw at you. For folks who... we have a hand. Do I see a hand? Did you have a question? Can you approach the mic?
This is directly related to the Caitlin thing. Do you have any lines from when she had her meltdown when she was on her period? Do you remember that episode? Because it's always running in my brain.
Bits of it. Oh, no. I'm remembering, like, the episode that's in my mind right now is actually, I think it's the Halloween episode when she has a zombie boyfriend and she, like, wants to keep him, and then his arm falls off and she keeps it instead.
I'm sorry, what is this show?
16. Life is sweet when you're growing up. It's a really good show. It's
if y'all
based on
haven't
an
watched
Ontario
it, just
mall.
do it. If y'all haven't watched it, watch it.
Yes. Watch it. Unfortunately, no, that episode, I'm sorry. It's leaving my mind, but I'm going to rewatch it now. Now I'm going to rewatch it. Yes.
I actually have a question for you as well, Katrina. Have I been butchering your last name because I have the English pronunciation? Is it Salisbury, or am I just saying it wrong?
That's right.
It is right. Oh,
Yeah.
thank goodness for that. Okay, dodged a bullet there.
If you called me Salisbury, too, I'd be like,
Salisbury.
cool, that's fine.
So Salisbury, do you enjoy a certain type of steak? You've never heard that one before, have you? I'm so sorry.
No, never.
So I do have a question for you, Sunny. You all received the script, the marvelous script by Vivid Syntax. One more time.
You're too kind. You're too kind. Just keep letting me get away with it.
You all received the script last night, and as you were reading through it, reviewing it, were you worried that the heel face turn that was going on with Cozy, the sudden, oh my goodness, has Vivid really made her good? Were you concerned, and were you pleased when you saw it was just Cozy being Cozy?
Yeah, I was having a moment of, well, okay, she's been in stone. She probably values friendship and company a little bit more than when she had the freedom to roam about. Haha, just kidding. So it made perfect sense that the turn made sense. But when I didn't know it was coming, I was trying to rationalize it. Because I really needed to understand my character's motivation. It's very important to me.
She's classically
trained.
trained.
As an actor, I'm classically trained.
Well, we did say actually yesterday that yesterday would have been the more informal questions, and that this Q&A session we'd dive into craft and the classical training that Cole is so very obsessed with. Are you classically trained, Cole? I'm not sure if you've mentioned that.
I am classically trained.
Were you really off script, or were you peeking looks at Race
Goodness,
Fest?
no. It is the best part about voiceover is I haven't had to get off book for anything. It's the best. Yeah, I love it. I love a good cold read. Yeah, it's fun.
Let's talk evil characters versus good characters, because Sunni, you've made your views on that very, very clear, and I think everyone here is very appreciative of the joy that you bring to playing an evil character, right? Yeah. But for the rest of you, good characters, evil characters, how do you, from a craft perspective, from a classical training perspective, how do you get into those? Is there a preference that you have for playing good versus playing evil? What is your approach there? And we'll start with you. Okay, we won't start with you. We'll start with Racquel.
I can keep talking about that.
Because of the way I sound, I have a very textured voice, as you could probably hear. I often audition for villains. I always do. I love it. I think they're so fun. And do I have a process? No, not really. So I usually go like deeper or whatever, but I do, like Sunni was mentioning, I really love characters who are evil, but they're not, I don't know, they don't look evil. And for the most part, like for those who, I don't want to give spoilers, but whoever watches Dragon Prince, like my character.
You should watch it, it's so good.
If you don't watch it, I will fly home right now. No, I won't do that. I don't know how. But I am lucky to play, I feel very lucky that I get to play someone who's so weird and quirky, and then all of a sudden they do cool things. And it's a fun little balance. Maybe it's not a balance, it's just fun. It's nice.
Well, because true villains don't see that what they're doing as a bad thing.
Yeah.
They have very good reasons for doing what they're doing, and it's usually because everybody else is not smart, and they need to be told what to do. But they're not like, ooh, how can I be a villain today? It's more, this is my worldview, and people need to conform to what's best for them, and it's what I think is best for them. It's very Godfather.
Cole?
Yeah, I love playing villains. Playing villains is rad because I like to think that I'm a good guy in real life. Maybe not a hero, but a good guy, certainly. But playing, getting an opportunity to be like, to play any kind of, how dare you? That cool, those like anime bad guys. Like in like Beyblade, I got to play he's not like bad, but he's just like, he is a bad guy, but he's just like, he's got that thing where it's just, I'm so tired of everyone. Why are you like this? Couldn't you be a little better? I love that kind of stuff. I like playing. I like acting.
Fun fact about me, my first roles that I booked were villains, which to me I was like, what? Me? Okay, that's fun. I love it. I love playing villains, and I wish I read for more villains now. I don't read for villains as much anymore. It makes me sad. My dream role is to voice Harley Quinn in she's not a villain, but she does what she wants, and it's fun, and she makes bad decisions sometimes, and it's just fun to play. And not that playing the hero's not fun, but it's like a very you have your job and you have to follow it, and it feels like sometimes you can play more with villains. So,
Can we hear your Harley?
oh God, oh no, oh, it's been so long since I've tried to do
You
it.
brought it up.
Mr. J.
That was fantastic. Looks like we've got another audience question, so please go ahead.
This might be related, but what are some favorite kind of tones or emotions to act?
Very good question. Favorite tones or emotions to act?
I don't know if it's an emotion, but I kind of like falling down the stairs.
Oh my God.
Right, because you have to envision how big is the staircase? What's at the bottom? How much did it hurt? Was it a big fall or a little fall? It's interesting.
I think that's definitely an emotion. There have been days where I'm like, how are you doing? Falling down the stairs.
Is maniacal or unhinged an emotion? Those are my favorite. I'm not allowed to say what I'm doing, but there's a thing I'm doing, and I literally get to do that, and it's so weird, and that's my favorite, hands down.
Seething.
Can we have any hint of when it might be coming out in the next 100 years?
I don't even know. That's the tricky thing. I tell you, I'll break an NDA. No, I won't.
No, you won't.
Absolutely
No, you won't.
will
I'm not going to
not.
be responsible for that. But at some point in the near future, Racquel Belmonte playing Maniacal. Who's looking forward to that? I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I like doing anything. I think like playing something like big and emotional, no matter what it is always kind of great. Like you know, anytime you can get like that.
That's sort of like that Pacino-y madness. Like, what are you doing? Like this kind of, over, you're not focused.
Like that kind of big stuff, like veins popping out, so much fun.
The number of times I've flinched away from Cole during this panel.
Classically trained.
I was mesmerized by your hair. It was flying.
It's all in the hair. The acting's all in the hair.
Are you gonna go see Gucci? He's in it. You're gonna go see Gucci?
Give you some Gucci?
No, he's in the Gucci movie. Are you gonna go see the Gucci movie?
Oh, no, probably not.
Oh my god.
Maybe. I don't know. I could write it off, I guess.
I gotta see his hair acting.
Follow-ups from the audience? Thank you for your question.
While we're waiting on that, I have a mostly self-indulgent question. When you guys get a script like this for something that's, I'm going to say a smaller project, or if I can say the F word, fanfiction-y, like what are you kind of thinking is going through your mind as you're approaching something that's not, I'm going to say not professional quality, it's not the big like script format and everything?
I don't know. I haven't read anything that wasn't professional quality lately, so I don't recall.
And then Vivid died happy.
I treat everything like it's a professional thing, if that makes any sense. Yeah, it doesn't matter what it is. If someone hired you to do it, you do a good job. And if you don't do a good job, go home, fly home.
Yeah, Katrina and I were talking about this earlier, but whenever I get a script, generally it's Control F, and then I look for my character's name, and I'm like, okay, all right, I'm in it this amount, and then I'll read the script. That's generally that's the process. But yeah, no matter what it is, if someone puts a thing in front of me and says do the thing, I'm like, okay, yes, please, yeah, let's do it again. I feel like I'll do it again.
I just always want to try to do my best, so. You know,
And
you
I do have a regular commercial client that I work with, and recently somebody new has been writing the copy. Okay, if you ever write a commercial, 75 words will give you a 30-second commercial. If you give a voice actor 130 words and ask them to fit them into 30 seconds, we have to turn into copywriters. So sometimes it's easier and faster to maybe guess and give them what they want and tune it up a little bit. And sometimes it's just at the point where you're like, hey, here's what it sounds like at my best as written. Let me know if you want any changes.
I'm glad to hear about the Control F thing, because one of the last things I do whenever I do these scripts is like mindlessly like look at my thing like, okay, Cole has 87 lines and Katrina has 86. Is that okay? Are they going to notice? And so the answer apparently is yes.
I don't know. No, I'm kidding.
Question.
Hello again. I'm curious, do you notice yourselves doing any funny faces when you do any of your voices?
Absolutely. Well, I don't notice. I feel it. And feel my face making funny. But it also helps with the voices. Honestly, like the way you move your face and your mouth helps with each character and each sound. So I think it's beneficial to do that if it works for you. And your hair.
And your hair. Yeah, before I take an audition into the closet, it generally starts in front of a mirror, just to see what's happening with my face and see what's happening with my body and stuff. Like standing and like this is a bit of classical training stuff, but it's like you act from your feet up, and like it all you feel weight in different places and you're doing different things with your face,
When I get old, I get really crinkly, and I might say things are harder to see.
Yeah, I love, making faces in the mirror is probably how I started acting, Probably. Oh, yeah.
I thought I said that on mic. I'm an idiot. I said, didn't Jim Carrey do that? Yes. I don't notice my face, but then people will take pictures of me because I guess I am very animated, facially animated. And I'm like, that's gross. No one's face should stretch like that. No one's face should do that. Forget what the question was, but yes, I make a lot of awful faces. Stop it, you're beautiful. Don't you dare. I'll let it, it went to my head. It went to my head. There we are.
So, I'm going to ask this as a two-part question. Because one of the perennial favorites at Q&As is what advice would you give people who wish to break into the industry? But I want to flip it a little bit. I want to ask what the best piece of advice you were ever given when it was your time breaking into the industry. What was the best piece of advice you were given? And also, what advice would you give to people who are dealing with imposter syndrome as they are trying to break into their particular fields? How do you, as professionals, deal with those voices inside that say, no, I suck at this, I should go and do something else? So those two bits of advice, if you would like to share them with the audience, that I believe will take us to the end of the session.
I've started over in my life many, many times, and I find it very frustrating to be at the bottom of the mountain and looking at the top and knowing where I want to be and not knowing what the path is to get there. And what I keep telling myself over and over again is just take the next step. And the path will become clear when you look back and you see it, but you just got to keep taking those steps forward. Just keep doing the next thing, even if you can't really see where you're going. Just keep your eye at the top of the mountain and just keep taking the next step. And that's the thing I tell myself, the best advice I got about acting was don't quit your day job.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a double-edged sword because it's hard to 100% commit as an artist when you've got to work the dinner shift and come home and stand in your
5 a.m.
closet and
open.
audition. So, little from column A, little from column B. That's it. I'm done talking.
During the panini, yeah. Patience for me, which sucks because I'm very impatient. But it was true. Like, I didn't book my first job until a year and a half after I had started auditioning, and I'm just there going, what am I doing with my life? I don't know that this is right, and it's never gonna happen. And to be honest with the imposter syndrome thing, anytime I book it, like even after My Little Pony, I was like, that was a great run. That was it. That was my last
My
job.
career
I
is
know it.
clearly over now.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm never
working
gonna book
again.
Like, but that was a fun ride, wasn't it? I think for myself and for a lot of people too that imposter syndrome will never go away, no matter what level of success and what success means to me. If I achieve it, I don't think it'll ever go away, which is fine as long as I can figure out how to curb it and just kind of and I think I said yesterday, you have to have a really good group of people around you, really good friends that can, be there for you to just get like all of like your stuff off your chest. Yeah, and pick you up and be like, no, like your feelings are valid, but also like, come on, that's silly.
Quit pouting.
Yeah. Like last year, I had a terrible year, and I was like, I think I'm done. I think I'm done acting. No, honestly, I was like, yeah, I think I should probably like go back to school and start thinking about other things and like what I want to do with the rest of my life. And my partner was like, okay, come on, like, no, stop. And I'm like, no, I don't, yeah, okay. And then, yeah, a year goes by, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm working again. Okay, all right. So it's just, you're gonna have really bad days, and that's okay, but then you just have to know that it will get better. Yeah.
I think the best piece of advice I was ever given was probably by my agent, and she said, early on in my career, she said, hey, if not this, something else. And yeah, she's an absolute rock star. And then the other best piece of advice, which was a really hard lesson to learn, was I went to an audition completely unprepared. There was like a song I didn't even know. I showed up, I kind of gave it a buzz, and then I left. And when I got home, the director called me, and he said, if you ever show up that unprepared again, you'll never audition for me again. And I was like, and the fact that he took the time out of his day to call me and say that, it told me a lot. It told me that he thinks that I could do better. And I took that to heart, and I have never auditioned for him again. No. Yeah, and then and I think that just in general, if you're looking to do this, or if you're looking to get into this, but just in general, I think one of the best things, and I wish I'd started doing it earlier, was treating myself like a professional, and like really appreciating and respecting what I can do and what I like to do, and that comes with like that's in things like preparing for auditions. That is in things like riding the waves of imposter complex. Like it's a hard road to hoe, and it's tough, and you can't do it by yourself. You need the people around you, and yeah, treat yourself like a professional, no matter what you're doing. You know, respect yourself, and then other people will respect you. Like if you show up and you say, I can do this, it isn't, the other person has to say, I guess they can do that. You know, and it's a great bit of advice. So yeah.
And Racquel.
I learned very early on in my improv career from multiple, they're not professors, they're improvisers, from multiple improvisers. Be so undeniable they can't say no. But what I've learned over the past however many years of doing performance stuff is not only be so undeniably, good, but be undeniably, I forgot, when you say a word so many times you just forget? Be undeniably you. That is so important, to always have like a piece of you in your work. I also think that, it's easy to say, be good. Yeah, be good at it. But being good is a lot of work. So make sure you're doing the work. You're not owed anything. You're not, you don't deserve something because you've done it for, so long. No. What are you doing? What are you doing to make sure you're staying on top of it? What are you doing to make sure, you are the best version of whatever you're supposed to be doing? I think that's the same thing I said a second ago. Anyway, and then for imposter syndrome, well, that's fun. I like to, this is something, I have it very bad, but this is something that I started doing recently. I like to remind myself, and it's hard to do, easier said than done, but remind yourself of what you've accomplished and why you're doing what you're doing. Why are you doing this? Racquel, why are you laughing in a microphone like this and it's not good and you're losing your voice? Why are you even doing this? It's like, oh, right, because I love this. Why do I love this? And you just kind of like go through the checklist in your head and then go through like who loves you, who is supporting you. Your circle of people is very important. That's another thing I've learned very recently.
Well, on that wonderful note, let's show some love and appreciation for our wonderful panelists, Sunni Westbrook, Katrina Salisbury, Cole Howard, Racquel Belmonte, and the one and only Vivid Syntax. And for AC Race Best as well, who departed a little bit earlier. Now, that is the panel, folks. Next up in here, we have the Cosplay Competition at 2:30. If you have questions or just want to spend more time with our wonderful guests of honor, they have an autograph session at 2:30. But let's get out of here because our wonderful AV staff has to turn over the room.
Thank you, everyone. You're marvelous. Thank you all.
Here's Trouble.
Hi, Foley.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing well.
Let's give it for Foley, everybody. Hey, so just a quick announcement to anybody that went on the pub trot. The glassware has arrived. This is it. This is what you get. It is beautiful. It is gorgeous, and it is pink. All wonderful things. You can retrieve one of these. Just show your pub trot QR code ticket at the con store, and they will give you your glass. Please do not forget, because I don't want to have to take these home. Thank you.